Hi viewers, welcome to my channel. This is Sridhar Reddy, Assistant Professor of Physics from Government Degree College for Women, Nalgonda. Welcome to my channel Sri Quantum Academy, Feel the Physics at Glance. Today our topic is Basics of Electric Potential and its related concepts. Before going to watch my video, please subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get latest updates. Watch, share, comment my videos. Outlook of my talk is we will discuss introduction to electric potential and we will find formula for potential due to a point charge and potential due to a group of charges and potential due to continuous charge distribution. After that, we will discuss about the relation between potential and electric field. Finally, we will show that electric field can be written as negative gradient of potential. First, generally, how the liquids flow from one point to other point? Always liquids flow from high level to low level. That means, like you take water. Water always flows from height to down. That means the level difference shows the direction of flow of liquid. Similarly, gases flow from high density region to low density region, or in another way, diffusion of gases can take place from high pressure region to low pressure region. That means the pressure difference between the points indicates the direction of flow. Similarly, how current flows in circuit? What is current? Current is flow of charge. Generally, current flows from high potential region to low potential region. That means always electric charge flow from a point at high potential to a point at low potential. That means the potential difference shows the direction of flow of charge. Generally, electric field surrounded by a charge is always described with electric field intensity, which is a vector quantity. Electric field intensity is defined as the force acting per unit charge, but it is vector quantity. But similarly, electric field surrounded by a charge can also expressed with help of a scalar quantity, that is called scalar potential or simply potential. So, main significance of electric potential is it indicates the flow of charge. Always electric charge flow from high potential region to low potential region. And similarly, electric potential is a scalar quantity which is used to describe the electric field surrounded by a charge. Now, the definition for electric potential is the work done to move a charge from infinity to a point in electric field against the electric field is defined as electric potential. I repeat, work done to move a charge from infinity to a point in the electric field is defined as electric potential. It is denoted with capital V. V is equal to W by Q0. Q0 is test charge which is bringing from infinity to a point. To do that, you have to work externally. That work done is W. So, V is equal to W by Q0. To understand this one, see here, there is a charge plus Q here. Electric field surrounded by this charge is shown here. Take 2 points A and B. Now, there is a test charge Q0 plus Q0 which is at a point B. Since when Q0 enters into the field of Q, it experiences a force. That force is indicated with electric field intensity. E is equal to F by Q0. Now, from that, F is equal to Q0 into E. So, when Q0 charge is placed in electric field, it experiences a force which is equal to F is equal to Q0 E. Now here charge is plus charge and I am trying to bring another plus Q0 charge. Since both are positive charges, so what happens? There exists a repulsive force between these charges. So when Q0 placed in this electric field, it experiences a repulsive force which is equal to Q0 E. Now this repulsive force is repelling this Q0. But now what I am doing? I am trying to move my charge from point B to point A, which is against to the electric field, because electric field is opposing. But what I am doing? I am trying to move close to electric field. So obviously I have to work externally. That amount of external work which has to be done to overcome this repulsive force is called electric potential. So what is electric potential? It is the work done by external agent to move a charge in electric field. For definition purpose, I am taking one point is at infinity and another point is at A. That means the work done to move a charge from infinity to a point in the electric field against to the electric field is defined as electric potential. Electric potential at point A is VA. VA is equal to W by Q0, right? The units for electric potential are joule per coulomb. W is work. Work is measured in joules and Q0 is charge. Charge is measured in coulombs. So joule per coulomb. In another way, generally we measure electric potential with units volts. 1 volt is equal to 1 joule per 1 coulomb. Volt can also be defined as if the amount of work done to move 1 coulomb charge between 2 points is 1 joule, then the potential difference between the 2 points is 1 volt. Next, potential difference. Actually, what is potential? Potential is the work done to move a point from infinity to a point. Potential difference means it is the work done to move a charge between 2 points A and B. The potential difference between A and B is denoted with VA minus VB, that is equal to W by Q0. That means the work done to move a charge from point A to point B in electric field against to the electric field is defined as potential difference. See here, this is plus Q charge. Now take 2 points A and B in this electric field. If my Q0 is at B, now the potential at B is VB. If my Q0 is at A, then the potential is VA. The work done to move this Q0 from B to A is defined as potential difference between these 2 points. So VA minus VB is equal to W by Q0 or WAB by Q0. You can write any way. Next, potential due to a point charge. Let us suppose consider a charge plus Q which is at this point. Now these are the electric field lines which indicates electric field direction. So this is the electric field. Since it is positive charge, so the force always experienced radially outward from the center. Now take 2 points in this electric field A and B. Now a test charge plus Q0 is moving between points A and B. Since plus Q0 experiences a repulsive force in this electric field produced by Q, that is given by F is equal to Q0 into E. This is the repulsive force. Now if I want to move this test charge to a small distance dr against to this repulsive force, work has to be done by external agent, because electric field is repelling this test charge. But what I am doing, I am trying to move my test charge towards the charge. So the work done by external agent to move a small distance dr is given by dw is equal to F into dr. Right? Now what is F? Force experienced by the charge. What is that? Q0 into E. If I substitute, dw is equal to Q0 E dot dr. Since the force experienced is repulsive, now what I am doing? I am trying to bring my charge opposite to the field. So I will use negative sign. So dw is equal to minus Q0 E dot dr. This is equation 1. But from the definition of electric field intensity, the electric field intensity due to a point charge q at a distance r is given by E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. This is equation 2. Substitute equation 2 in equation 1. Then what I will get? dw is equal to E. What is E? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square into q0 into dr. That means dw is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q0 by r square into dr. This is only the work done by external agent to move a small distance dr. To get total work done, what I have to do? Just I have to integrate that equation within the limits. What are the limits? I want to move my charge from point A to point B. Let us suppose the distance of point A and point B are RA and RB. Then my limits are integration RA to RB. So total work done WAB is equal to integration RA to RB 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught QQ0 by R square into dr. Here RA and RB are the distances of point A and point B from the charge. Now bring constants outside of integration, then WAB is equal to QQ0 by 4 pi epsilon naught. They are constant. Put them outside. What you will get? Integration RA to RB 1 by R square dr. But actually if I integrate 1 by R square, what I will get? 1 by R. What are the limits? RA to RB. So if I simplify that one, WAB is equal to QQ0 by 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by RB minus 1 by RA. This is work done to move between two charges. But the definition of potential difference between 2 points A and B is given by VB minus VA is equal to WAB by Q0, right? So if I substitute WAB from above equation, then VB minus VA is equal to WAB by Q0. What is WAB? QQ0 by 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by RB minus 1 by RA. If I substitute that one, Q0 get cancelled, then what I will get? VB minus VA is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by RB minus 1 by RA. Now let us suppose if I take my reference point A at infinity, then RA is equal to infinity. If I substitute RA is equal to infinity, VB minus VA, VA means 0. VB minus 0 is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by RB minus 1 by RA means infinity. So if I substitute that one, what I will get? VB is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by RB. If I remove that label B, general equation for potential at a point R from charge Q is given by V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. This is the equation for potential due to a point charge Q at a distance R. Now, potential due to group of point charges. Let us suppose a system contains Q1, Q2, Q3, so on, Qn point charges and their respective position vectors R1, R2, so on, Rn. Now, for this system, I have to find out total potential of the system. For this, what we have to do? We have to find out potential due to each individual point charge. See, first, potential due to charge Q1, which is at a distance R1, is given by V1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R. Similarly, potential due to a charge Q2, which is at a distance R2, is given by V2 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2. Similarly, the nth charge Qn, which is at a distance Rn, the potential Vn is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Qn by Rn. In this way, we have to find out each individual potentials, then we have to just add up just the algebraic sum of all these individual potentials gives you the total potential. So V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3, so on, Vn. This is, if I substitute V1, V2, V3 values, then what I will get? Capital V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R2 plus so on 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Qn by Rn. If I use summation, then V is equal to summation n is equal to 1 to n Vn, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught summation n is equal to 1 to capital N Qn by Rn, where n is a integer 1, 2, 3, so on n. This is the potential of system of point charges. Next, potential due to continuous charge distribution. If the charge is not discrete point charges, if I have a continuous uniform charge distribution, in that case V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught integration dq by r. If the charge is distributed over the length, then we have to use linear charge density lambda. In this case, dq can be written as lambda into dl. If the charge is uniformly distributed throughout the surface, then I can use surface charge density sigma. In this case, dq is equal to sigma into ds. If the charge is distributed over the volume, then we have to use volume charge density rho. In this case, dq is equal to rho into dv. Using these formulas, we can find potential due to continuous charge distribution. Now, the relation between potential and electric field. Consider a uniform electric field which is formed by stationary charges. To understand this one, see here, there is a charge plus and minus which are situated at these points. Now the electric field formed between these 2 points shown in this direction, plus to minus. Similarly, if I have stationary charges plus 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 like this, minus 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 like this, now the electric field formed between these 2 surfaces will be like this. It is shown with arrow marks. Now this field is called uniform electric field. Consider a uniform electric field which is formed by stationary charges. Let Q0 is a charge which is placed between 2 points A and B. The electric force acting on this Q0 charge because of the stationary electric field E is given by F is equal to Q0 into E. The work done by external agent to move a charge for a small distance dl against to this force is given by dW is equal to F into dl. What is F? The force experienced by the charge. What is that? Q0 into E. So if I substitute that one, dW is equal to Q0 E into dl. Since the work has to be done by external agent in opposite to the electric field, so I will use negative sign. Now the work done to move a charge from point A to B can be calculated by integrating above equation within the limits. Now WAB, what is that? The work done to move a charge between 2 points A and B. WAB is equal to integration A to B minus Q0E into dl. That implies WAB is equal to minus Q0 into integration ABE into dl. Bring that Q0 this side. WAB by Q0 is equal to minus integration A to B E into dl. But what is potential difference? VB minus VA is equal to WAB by Q0. Now the potential difference VB minus VA is equal to WAB by Q0, that is equal to minus integration A to B E into dl. That implies VB minus VA is equal to integration A to B E dl. If my reference point A is taken at infinity, then VA becomes 0. Now VB is equal to minus integration A is taken at infinity. That means infinity to B E dl. If I remove that labels, V is equal to minus integration E into dl. That means electric potential at a point in electric field can be expressed as the line integral of electric field. Next derivation, how to show that electric field as a negative gradient of potential. Right? In previous derivation, we have showed that potential is equal to integration of electric field. In this case, we will show that electric field as a negative gradient of potential. For this, see here, there are two potential surfaces. One is V and another one is V plus dV. These are two equipotential surfaces. Let Q0 is a charge which is at a point A on the surface V. Now it is moved to a point B on the surface of V plus dV. Actually, point charge Q is at A on the surface V. Now it is moved to point B on the surface V plus dV. Now the force experienced by this test charge in the electric field E is given by F is equal to minus Q0 into E. The work done by external agent to move a small displacement dl is given by dW is equal to F into dl. What is F? Minus Q0 into E. If I substitute that one, dW is equal to minus Q0E into dl. That implies, bring that Q0 this side, then dW by Q0 is equal to minus E into dl. But actually potential difference dV is equal to dW by Q0. If I substitute that one, then my dV is equal to minus E into dl. Let us consider Cartesian coordinates of point A are x, y, z. Similarly, coordinates of point B are x plus dx, y plus dy and z plus dz. Then the potential difference dV can be expressed as dV is equal to dou v by dou x into dx plus dou v by dou y into dy plus dou v by dou z into dz. Actually, dou v by dou x, dou v by dou y, dou v by dou z are partial differentiations, right? So my dV is equal to dou v by dou x into dx plus dou v by dou y into dy plus dou v by dou z into dz. Now this equation I can split into two parts. dou v by dou x into I plus dou v by dou y into z plus dou v by dou z into k dot dxi plus dyj plus dzk. To cross check it, just very simple one, just here it is dot product, that means you have to multiply I with I. Just multiply dou v by dou x into here dx. Similarly dou v by dou y into dy, dou v by dou z into dz, that means you will get again same value. So above equation I can write like this. Now actually dou v by dou x I plus dou v by dou y j plus dou v by dou z k, these can be written as del v. What is del? Del operator. Del value is I dou by dou x plus j dou by dou y plus k dou by dou z. So I dou by dou x plus j dou by dou y plus k dou by dou z into v. If I multiply, what I will get? Dou v by dou x I plus dou v by dou y j plus dou v by dou z k. So above equation I can write as dv is equal to del v dot dl. dl is small displacement, dxi plus dyj plus dzk. Okay, here del v is also called grade v. Now this is equation 2. From equation 1, see here, what is equation 1? dv is equal to minus e dot dl. What is equation 2? dv is equal to del v dot dl. Both are left hand sides are equal, so if I make right hand sides equal, then minus e is equal to del v, that implies e is equal to minus del v, that is equal to minus grade v. Thus the electric field intensity at a point in electric field is equal to negative gradient of potential. So I can express electric field as negative gradient of potential. Now if the components of electric field in three directions are Ex, Ey, Ez, then I can write E as Exi plus Eyj plus Ezk. Similarly del V is equal to minus dou V by dou x I plus dou V by dou yj plus dou V by dou zk. If I consider individual components along three directions, then Ex becomes minus dou V by dou x, Ey becomes minus dou V by dou y, Ez becomes minus dou V by dou z. If I use polar coordinates, then Er becomes minus dou V by dou r and E theta becomes minus 1 by r dou V by dou theta. Thank you very much. Please watch, share, comment my videos and subscribe my channel. Thank you.